Ever had the feeling that the work you are doing now you have done before, or the situation you are currently in you have been in it previously? Or even when you see certain things or places for the first time in your life, something from your inside tells you that you have seen them before. Those who have experienced the feeling describe it as an overwhelming sense of familiarity with something that shouldn't be familiar at all. Say, for example, you are traveling to England for the first time. You are touring a cathedral, and suddenly it seems as if you have been in that very spot before. Or maybe you are having dinner with a group of your friends discussing some current political situation, and you have this feeling that you have already experienced this very situation before. This specific mental condition is called Deja Vu in the language of psychology. This is a French terminology that means already seen. The people who face this situation mostly feel that they are the only ones facing this weird situation. But it is not so. Almost all human beings face the situation several times or at least once in their lifetime. The phenomenon is rather complex. As much as 70% of population report having experienced some form of déjà vu. A higher number of incidents occur in people 15 to 25 years old than in any other age group. Friends, déjà vu is a short glimpse of past memory that never grants enough time to realize and think over what is happening. It is a spontaneous condition which cannot be revised on one's will. Nobody knows when, where, and what time this condition strikes. In simple words, it is the weirdest and out-of-the-world secret phenomenon. Friends, while experiencing déjà vu, a person feels as the happenings that are in progress currently are repeating, and they have occurred previously as well. But it cannot be remembered after it is over. It is sometimes shorter than even a second. During and after the experience, person feels a weird and lost condition. Mostly children feel it more than adults. Friends, in common conditions, almost every person knows something about déjà vu based on their experiences. But no one knows what exactly this experience is. When it comes to déjà vu, the modern man knows not more than the man in the Stone Age knew. Several psychiatrists, psychologists, scientists, and researchers have tried to present explanations, assumptions, and theories regarding déjà vu. But none of them are principally acceptable as they are not based on solid reasoning and evidence. Déjà vu has firmly been associated with temporal lobe epilepsy. Reportedly, déjà vu can occur just prior to temporal lobe seizure. People suffering a seizure of this kind can experience déjà vu during the actual seizure activity in the moments between convulsions. Since déjà vu occurs in individuals with and without a medical condition, there is much speculation as to how and why this phenomenon happens. Several psychoanalysts attribute déjà vu to simple fantasy or even fulfillment of wishes, while some psychiatrists describe it to a mismatching in the brain that causes the brain to mistake the present for the past. Many parapsychologists believe it is related to the past life experience. Obviously, there is more investigation to be done. Early researchers tried to establish a link between déjà vu and mental disorders such as anxiety, dissociative identity disorder, and schizophrenia, but failed to find correlation of any diagnostic value. No spatial association has been found between déjà vu and schizophrenia. A 2008 study found that déjà vu experiences are unlikely to pathological dissociative experiences. Here are some theories, assumptions, and explanations associated to déjà vu. The oldest assumption about déjà vu is that of Hinduism, according to which this is memory from the previous life. Hinduism believes in several lives and deaths, based on which they came up with this conclusion about déjà vu. In fact, Hinduism is of the view that déjà vu is strong support to the faith of several lives and deaths. As per Hinduism, man has passed many lives in different shapes. Sometimes they were born as human beings and other times as animals. They think that the memories from our previous lives are erased, but sometimes on several occasions, certain memories recall. The second assumption about déjà vu is that when we sleep, our spirits go out and wander. The memories of these adventures are saved somewhere in our minds, and when we physically face the similar situation, then we feel that we have been through this already. Another explanation says that our mind is in working process all the time. We have thoughts wandering in our brains. Unintentionally, we keep making different scenarios and pictures in our mind, and when we confront a similar situation in our lives, then we think that we have experienced this thing previously. Some others say that when we are born, most of our habits and body parts naturally resemble our parents. Similarly, some of the memories of our parents are also transferred into us. And when a similar situation happens to us that our friends have already experienced, we assume that we have already experienced it. Some prominent psychologists are of the view that principal reason for déjà vu is that you have seen a dream sometimes in your life. and you fail to save it in your active memory, but the details to such dreams are somewhere safe in your inactive memory. And when you face somehow similar happening in your life, those memories from inactive mind become active, that cause deja vu. Another view says that when we are about to enter a situation, sometimes we see the near future in advance, and when we enter into that situation physically, we assume that we have been through it. Before presenting the theory of relativity, among other assumptions, this thing also struck the mind of Albert Einstein that if the speed of light could some way be incorporated in the moving objects, we would be able to see the happenings before they really happen. But later, he himself proved this assumption to be not logical. Scientists say that deja vu is not an old memory, neither is it a repetition of the previous life incidents, but it is the incident that our minds can see in advance just a second before they really happen. And when they really take place, we assume that we have seen this before. There are several other theories, but almost all of them are suspicious. Each of them can be rejected based on logic and reasoning. There is no solid reason or evidence available in support of these explanations. Deja vu is mystery even today. Deja vu, in fact, is a mystery phenomenon which needs lots of more time to be unknotted. And the day the secret is divulged, the universe will have a different presentation in front of us. Press the like button if you liked the video, share it with your contacts. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that I can reach you with more interesting videos. Take good care of your friends, family and others around you. Thank you very much.